Hey guys, what's up? It's TheMichaelm1997 here you guys to give you guys a review of a game that came out this week, which is not Infamous Second Son. It is, ow, what was that for? It is Metal Gear Solid 5 Ground Zeroes from Kojima Productions. Let's just say right now, I've been waiting for this game for a while now, and I've been really looking forward to this game, and boy was I satisfied with the experience. Let's just say that overall. So, I got this for PS4, in case you guys did not notice the blue casing of it. Like I said. So, Metal Gear Solid franchise has been part action, part stealth video game with third-person mechanics in it. And let's just say right now, awesome. Just awesome overall. And I just love that for this game. So, who developed this game? Kojima Productions. They didn't, in case you guys don't know, I really am a big fan of the Metal Gear franchise right now. I mean, they did a good job with Metal Gear Rising Revengeance, which I got. I don't think it matters that much. I mean, it's not part of the actual story. It takes place after Part 4. And then I got the HD collection for Vita, which came with some of the original games on it. So that was a good sellout for that. But back to Ground Zeroes. Ground Zeroes, I must say, is a cinematic game, even though it's short. Now, that's what I need to talk about. Before I start this review, I must say this game is super short. It will last you around 2 to 3 hours max, or 4 if you're lucky, for just its overall. I think Kojima Productions said that this was a prologue to Phantom Pain, which will not be coming out in this year. That's what they said. They said it may come out in the early 2015, the first 3 months possibly, which kind of pisses me off because I thought that this would be like half the time of Phantom Pain would have. But it's the prologue. I paid $30 for it. I mean, that's the new copy. That's what Kojima did a good job of. They only made us pay $30 for all 4 versions, which is Xbox 360, PS3, Xbox One, and PS4. Now, PS4 is only one that runs at 1080p and 60 frames per second. Even though the Xbox One version does run at 720p, it still runs at a smooth 60 frames per second. The other two, they run at 30 frames per second and run at 720p, which is Xbox 360 and PS3. For me, I got this version because, I need to get some new games on PlayStation 4. So, in case if you guys anything in the background, it's my little sister screaming her head off for no reason, because she's a little sister. But back to the game. What is this game about? When does it take place? Well, it takes place after the events of Snake Eater and Peace Walker. Now, I played Peace Walker as well, and I really enjoyed Peace Walker for what it was, a PSP game, which was enjoyable and worked well. And I must just say right now, I really am looking forward to the next one. Now, the story in this, as it's a prologue, there's not that much story in the game, actually, to be honest. So you're not going to get no super ridiculous storyline in this one. You're going to get that story in Phantom Pain, which will come out later. Like I said, possibly next year. So this basically involves Snake, or Big Boss, which was in the third one, and the third one, which is called Snake Eater, and the Peace Walker one, as he has to go on an infiltration mission to find 2 important people, someone named Paz and someone named Chino. Or no, Chico, my bad. Not Chino. I get mixed up with someone else. And he basically has to go in there, find them, and basically get them out of there alive, if he can. And that's what the story is about. And it continues on from there. And that's the problem with this game, is if you're going to try to do a review and try to tell a story in this game, you can't, because there's not that much story in the game. Boo-hoo. But back to the main point here. This game I still find enjoyable just for the gameplay experience. The gameplay sells this game out. Let me just say right now, I need to stop moving. Is that good? I think so. So, story-wise, it's just good overall. Not that much to say about story. It's just such a shame. But the gameplay, I have tons to tell about here. The gameplay is the best part of the game. One of the best parts of the game. Gameplay here, could be either stealth, action, or avoid everything, which is a really cool idea that Kojima has done in other games, and it's paid off, just like it paid off here. Um, I really played the game stealthfully because I like playing stealth games. I like trying to respect the stealth lore, like try not to get detected. And if you can take them out before they scream for help, that type of like stealth game, I really like those. And this one, they did a great job of refiguring that stealth mechanics in the past and bringing it up to the present and making it work. Excuse me. Um, Back to gameplay. The stealth in this game is amazing. You could crouch, you could crawl, and you see the gameplay animations work out really well for like Snake's movements. He moves backwards when he has to. When you see his hands go backwards, you see him like move around. And when he comes to like going on cover, he touches the wall, trying to like stick to the cover, which has that realistic tone or feel to it that pays off for Metal Gear for this game and the stealth mechanics that it has. So what's cool about this is if you go to someone, you hold R2 button, the R2 button for PlayStation 4, and there's basically three options. You could keep tapping R2 button to basically do like a neck choke 'em out thing. You could press L1 and move this upward to basically give him information, update your map, or you can just kill him by pressing triangle. And now just stab him, stab him right here, and he dies. What's cool about that is it gives you a freedom of choice in the game. There's so many options. You could start off by not touching anyone, and then end up with killing everyone on the map, or you could do stealthily by taking everyone out and hiding their bodies, or you could just go on bullets blazing. Any way you want, and that's fun to do in this game. It's so much fun that I wanted to replay levels over and over just for that. And sometimes it can extend the gameplay experience. Some people are like, no, one playthrough is enough. But for me, this game, it makes me want to play it over and over and over again. And that's an achievement that some games out there never really make me do. It's kind of like playing Dead Space 2, in my opinion, over and over again. And I still love it overall. The gameplay never gets repetitive to me. This gameplay never gets repetitive. It can always change at every moment, as the level designers in this game did a great job with the game, as the levels are humongous. It's kind of an open world at some points, but you can't leave the map location. It's all the gigantic island that, or location, or like a little base. And you can basically explore everywhere. You can go look around, see little details here or there. I just love that about this Metal Gear game overall and how it works in the end. Gameplay wise, I didn't think there were no problems with the gameplay at all. Even though the game wants you to try to play stealth, but there are moments where the main mission takes place in the dark, when like the nighttime. But the other missions, they mostly take place in the light, the sun, and it's really hard to play stealth in those missions. So that's the only thing that kind of betrays the stealth in this game. For those missions, I tried to play this badass shooting everyone, shoot in, shoot out. That's how I played. Don't know why I'm coughing, but back to the main point here. They did a really good job with the gameplay. I do wish that they could try to like have like for the sun missions, try to make the sun go down as it goes down. It helps you stealth out a little bit more. But for me, it never happened like that. It kind of just stood sunny all the time, and it was kind of hard to really play stealthily. So I had to go in, kill everyone, just walk out, which I didn't really do for for the first level, which is the main story level, which is the only way to unlock the other levels is by doing that main story level. See? So got you confused, I think. Unless you got the Xbox One game version and you got the Raiden mission, the Raiden as in this Raiden, this one. But back to Ground Zeroes is the gameplay. I still think is enjoyable. There's tons to do here. It's the controls. I must say I don't have the PlayStation 4 controller with me because my brother's playing Second Son, I think, and so I'm going to show you what the gamepad would do if this was a PS4 controller. So the gamepad, they didn't really use too much of it. They basically used the two edges, the left and the right. The left is a pause menu, and the right is the iDroid home terminal, which is where you look at your map, or you look for collectibles, or you play cassette like radio tapes, listen to music of like other games, which is kind of cool addition that they added there. That's kind of a cool little add-on, but that's all they added to the experience. They didn't do anything with the light bar. They didn't do anything with the speaker, and they didn't do too much with the touchpad. Wow! It didn't really feel innovative for the PS4 controller. It felt like the game wasn't even made for the PS4 at all at times. But I still bought it for PS4 because I like it. So, gameplay-wise, I still loved it. And one more cool thing about the gameplay is when I was like almost got detected, there's like a little circle menu mess around your screen that doesn't really show up. It only shows up when people are like, huh, what is that? See that over there? When they do that, and there's like a little light, and it gets brighter the more they see you. And right before they start screaming for help, the game slows down in slow motion, and it tells you to pull the L2 trigger and shoot them. And it gives you this moment, so it gives you kind of a forgiving moment, so it won't be too hardcore for some people to be like, what the, how did he see me? Why couldn't I stop him? That's kind of cool as it works out, as it worked out for me a lot, as every once in a while I'll get detected, and then like it will slow down time. And I press L2 and it put me right to the target. Boom, done. Bingo bongo. Just like that. Bingo bongo. Huh. Back to the main point here. God, you're itchy. Gameplay wise, I still love it overall. There's not any problems with the main gameplay here. The gameplay mechanics and everything here. It's a great open world type of game. Visually, let's get on to visuals. It runs at 1080p, like I said, at 60 frames per second. It's the best looking game I played for a Metal Gear game. It's the best looking so far, and I think that's due to the new Fox engine, which it's called. They're using this for Ground Zeroes and Phantom Pain, which will be coming out really soon. You gotta stop bringing it up. It's okay. But visually, it looks amazing. The details, when you look at the ground, it looks like it's realistic. Like they took like photos of the ground. It looks like the ground itself. Like when you see water on the ground, you see how it slips inside, you see reflections. That's cool realism to it. And the motions of like Snake and the enemies, they have great motions and like animations. And when Snake moves around, he's crawling on the floor, or when he's like crouching, you see like his every movement, and that works. It works. Trust me, it does. And I love that for the visuals. It's one of the best looking games that isn't like Sony exclusive. Let's be honest. And let's just say now, for the controversial part, the main actor from the original Snake games, which is David Hayter, who did the Snakes of the other games, who I really liked his voice. He's not in this game. He was basically not put in the project at all. Instead, we have Kiefer Sutherland, who is basically, if not known, he did the TV series 24, which will be coming back later this year. It's called 24 Live Another Day. Something else when it's in London, 24 in London, basically, that's what it's called. Should have said that. And he basically is Jack Bauer on 24. And in this game, he does a great job with his voice. He does sound a lot like Jack Bauer when he's like, kept you waiting, huh? Or like, God, I like to spend some time alone now and then. And it does a great, like, it has that, he tries to have that gravely voice like David Hayter did as a Snake. And you don't really see the same resemblance of it. But it still does a good job. He does a good job overall as Snake, or AKA Big Boss. I still like Snake more. And I like the name Snake more for some reason. And he does a really good job for his moments when he speaks and has dialogue. He does a good job for that. Even though I know he'll have so much more dialogue in the next game, I feel like this was a really small appetizer. Music-wise, there's some good moments of music when they have music in the game. Sound design as well. It has great sound design at times when the guns fire. They sound like realistic guns. That's the problem with this game. You can't really say a lot about it because there's not a lot in this package. And that's disappointing for me. God, that sucks. But overall, the Metal Gear franchise has always been kind of had this type of thing of having tons of cutscenes and not that much gameplay. But for me, I always like that because I like seeing 10 minutes of story development that I don't really see in other games. Like in other games, it's like, okay, like a minute cutscene, back to gameplay. There's not that much story being told. And this, Hideo Kojima makes those cutscenes long, so not only to expand the game's experience and atmosphere, but also tries to pull you in and makes you develop the characters. See how their development spans out. Thought that was really good. There's not much development in this game. I know it's all going to be in Phantom Pain. I'm going to be saying it over and over. Because it's all everything good will be in Phantom Pain. This is just an appetizer. It's like having an appetizer, like having cheese sticks with marinara sauce, and then your big dinner, your big finale of food, like IHOP or something like Red Lobster, is going to be Phantom Pain. And I know Phantom Pain is going to be amazing. I know it. I know it has to be amazing because they worked so hard on this that they had to make that one just as good or better. So let's go into pros here. One thing I'll say about this game is that it has great visuals, great lighting system, and just great looking overall. Another positive is great gameplay. For what there's worth, it has some great moments of mechanics and controls as well. Another great thing here is the voice acting of Kiefer Sutherland and other actors as well. The music, when it shows up, it's good as well, and the sound design. I love it. I also love the level and art design for the characters and the world itself that it gives us, and gives us the experience of stealth in the rightful way as possible. Now my throat is so dry, I need to get a cup of water. But the cons, here we go. There's possibly 2 or 3 cons in this game. One of them is how the main story ends. It's a little weak in my opinion because it's abrupt. But I understand that as Ground Zeroes is a prologue to Phantom Pain. I understand that it's not going to take that much points off. And another thing I don't like is I just wish the game was longer. Because when I got to the end of the game and I beat it, I was like, I want more. I want one more, I want more, I want more. Because I thought it would be like a part 1 and a part 2. I didn't think it was going to be a prologue. And then the rest of the game is just this big. I don't think it was going to be that big. I thought it was going to be evenly put into 2 parts. But it was not like that at all. It was different from what I experienced. So, that's all I got to say about the game. So the final verdict of Ground Zeroes, Metal Gear Solid 5, the basically short expansion pack, what a lot of people will be calling it, is a 9 out of 10. I still love the game overall. If you love Metal Gear Solid, I still recommend buying this. Just because it's a fun game, and for what experience it gives you, even though it's short as hell. Excuse me for that burp. Even though it's short as hell, you're still going to have fun having hours of replaying those missions and trying to get the highest score rankings. So, 9 out of 10. That's my score. Nothing else. Bingo bongo. I'm not doing that. In case you guys are wondering, I'll be doing reviews on Infamous Second Son really soon. I need to start actually playing that game. I saw some footage of it, don't worry. I saw my brother playing it actually a few hours ago. And then I'll review Shadowfall Killzone, which is Killzone 4. I don't know why they didn't call it that. And then I'll be reviewing Thief. I know it's been a month, but I still gotta review that thing at least. Come on. Let me just steal this for the win. Horrible pun. But overall, that's what I gotta say. So please like the video, comment below, and subscribe. No, don't put that. And subscribe. It really would help me out. Also follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and that's where I'm gonna be most of the time. Really, Instagram and Vine. Not really. I do put pictures on Instagram of games I'll be reviewing soon. That type of stuff. I would be putting pictures up on there, but not I won't be putting selfies or let me take a selfie. No, I'm not really doing that type of garbage. I'm tired of that stuff. It gets annoying after a while. So, 9 out of 10. That's my score. Please like the video, comment below, subscribe in case you guys know. I'm wearing a Batman Arkham Origins shirt. I got this on Christmas of last year, and it's awesome. I love Batman. Batman's my hero. So, please like the video, comment below, subscribe. Bye, guys. I need to repeat myself. I didn't say basically, right? Did I say basically? I just said it right now. Damn it! I tried to say not to say it for one video, but I just did, so bye.